Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And well, if you're a racing fan, you're in for a treat, and even if you're a curious mind, well, it's because today I'm going to take you along a virtual ride around Imola, the upcoming Grand Prix circuit, and I will show you the most crucial corners and talk about why this circuit is such a legendary track. And okay, so welcome to the San Marino Grand Prix, which is in Italy, or the Imola Grand Prix. So let's start with my track walk. So welcome everyone to my virtual tour of the most iconic track on the calendar. Okay, one of the most, Imola. It's also known as Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. This track has a very rich history and it's got some pretty interesting quirks. Well, Imola is located in Emilia-Romagna region of Italy, near Bologna. I'm sorry if I butcher the words. And it's loved by drivers and fans because of its history and challenging corners. Okay, well, this corner is pretty important. This is Variante del Tamburello. This was changed because of Ayrton Senna's crash here. And yeah, it's a reminder of this track's intense and dangerous nature. Next we have the Acqua Minerale complex, or this is variant. Basically this is named because of the water springs around this area. And do you know that this is one of the few tracks which runs counterclockwise? Most tracks don't. And this is a hairpin called Tosa. It's one of my most favorite corners. And yeah, now we get on to the highest point of the track, which is around here, and this is a great spot for fans to watch cars fly around. And yeah, another fun fact is this track passes through a public park, so like when there's no track days, people can actually walk and cycle on the racetrack, and it's pretty cool. And now here is another chicane where it's called Variante Alta. Okay, I'm sorry, I should not use the name. So now we get on to the final complex of corners. This is a very tricky braking zone because it's downhill and it's a curve, so you have to brake twice in order to get it right when you're going fast. It's called reverse 1 and 2. It's a double left-hander, and this leads on to the main straight. Your car really wants to get sideways here and try not to So yeah, I love this track. This track is great. I have a video actually where I documented myself learning this track because I wanted to teach some people how to learn the track. If you're interested in me publishing it soon, just let me know down in the comments and I will make sure it comes out soon. So well, that would be it for the track walk. Thanks for watching, and I'll move on to my predictions. Alright, so as usual, I'm not going to rush this section. So for pole position, I would predict that this week is going to be Charles Leclerc. Spoiler alert for the news, because Ferrari are bringing some cool upgrades this week, and there are some key points I want to talk about. And then next for P5, I think it's going to be Sergio Perez. He's going to have a bad weekend, and if a bad weekend is P5, he's not doing that bad. So Perez fans, don't get on my throat. And P4 is going to be Carlos Sainz. Yeah, he's going to be the weaker of the two Ferrari drivers, because I feel like it's time for Charles to take the reins and show who's the number one driver there. And after that, P3, I would give it to Lando. No, I think I will give it to Oscar Piastri. He's going to get his full upgrade set to his car, and he's going to outperform the car he's going to get, because this circuit does not have very high tire degradation. I mean, it can have, but relatively it's low, so Oscar is going to get his stuff together. And P2 is going to be Max Verstappen. Why do I feel he's P2? I don't know. I'm just getting a bit of a hunch that he's going to be P2 and finish there. And then P1, Charles Leclerc. Yeah, I think Charles is going to win. It's going to be his first win, and it's going to be the third non-Red Bull win of the season. This is not going to be like last season. And I believe there might be a championship battle on our hand if that's the case. But we'll see. Red Bull is also bringing upgrades. So speaking of upgrades, let's move on to the news. So for the news this week, there's not much. It's just, Ferrari poached more key Mercedes personnel, and Alex Albon extended his contract. I'm not going to dive into too much detail about this. I will go about my opinions about this weekend later on. So yeah, and Ferrari is actually bringing more upgrades, and we saw them testing during their media day, and also they were testing the weird FIA wheel covers. I'll put some pictures of them here. They look hideous, by the way, that's my opinion. But if that means racing in the wet would be allowed, I'm down for it. But I feel like this is not the solution, because I would say they need to let the teams do something else to the cars, because to innovate something where they reduce the spray from the back, like either an attachment for the diffuser or something like that would be more ideal rather than this, because the largest amount of water dispersed comes from the diffuser, not from the rear wheels. And for those of you who do not know what a diffuser is right this part of the car. I will put a picture of it here. And what it does is it takes the air from the bottom and throws it up, creating a pressure difference, and that's what sucks the car to the ground. And these F1 cars suck the floor so hard, and that's what keeps them planted along the corners. That's what allows these cars to corner so hard, as you saw in Vegas when Carlos Sainz lifted the drain cover up. So yeah, I'm not going to get into too much of technical detail, but that is basically the thing. And Mercedes also will not be upgrading any of their cars, because they apparently found out why the reason was. I'm kind of skeptical about this, because they always say the same shit. But yeah, that is about it. And McLaren will be finishing the upgrades to their second favorite toy. Oscar will be getting his upgrades too. And what else is coming this weekend? I don't know. I really hope Ferrari's upgrades do work. I have a bit more faith in them right now, because they're not the clowns they used to be anymore. But let's see about this. It's pretty weird that I'm looking at Ferrari like an actual serious team right now, and yeah, brings me back to memories of the old days when we were actually excited for Ferrari winning something. Yeah. So that wraps up this weekend. I really hope this week is going to be an exciting race. Imola keeps on giving. I hope there's some weather changes. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one then. See you. Have a nice weekend.